If you guys need help gearing up for any of the new content that's going to be arriving in Grand Theft Auto Online with the Los Santos Tuners update, be sure to use G2A with the link in the description and use cashback code BOSS if you want to save a little bit extra as well. All right, what's going on, guys? My name is Ross, or Mr. Boss for the win, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about preparing for the update. When it's expected to arrive, can you look at the content early, how to get some last-minute money, and a whole lot more. All right, so let's begin with one of the biggest questions that I've been getting over the last couple of days, and that is, when is the update actually going to come out? At what specific time? And although there's no definitive answer here, we do know Rockstar's history, and we usually know when the update is going to release. Now, this traditionally has happened around 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern time. So for you guys that live in another time zone, I'll be sure to include a time converter site in the description. That's around 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning for you guys on the west coast of the United States. And for you guys in Europe and in the UK, it's probably around 10 or 11 a.m. So again, I'll leave a time converter site in the description. And I know that it has been a little bit different for Red Dead Online. Their updates are coming out a couple of hours later. But this is always how things have worked in GTA Online. Now, as far as which consoles are going to be getting it first, it's actually going to be you guys on PC. Specifically, if you have the Rockstar Warehouse version, they are traditionally the ones that get the update first. Then it's going to go to the PS4, then the Xbox guys, and then finally it's the PC third-party platforms like Steam and the Epic Game Store. They are the ones that usually get the game last. I'm not sure why. I think it has something to do with the validation process of getting an update ready to go. Thus, they can get it on their Rockstar version first because they don't have to validate it with anyone other than themselves. And then they end up rolling it out through Sony, Microsoft, Steam, Epic, etc. So that's when it is likely to come out, and that is who is going to be getting it first. Now, as far as if we can actually view the new content early, this is something that if you're a longtime GTA fan, you'll know that a couple of hours early before the update arrives, usually data miners like Foxy Snaps, TezFunds2, they're able to dive into the files and actually figure out the new content that has arrived, like all the new vehicles, their names, the clothing, etc. Well, a couple of updates ago, Rockstar actually stopped that from happening. So if you're expecting to see the new content early, unfortunately, you're just going to have to be patient like all of us. All of us are going to have to wait until the update actually arrives before we can see what content is arriving, what changes have been made, stuff like that. Unfortunately, nowadays, there is no way to end up viewing this kind of stuff early. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys might also be panicking right now. This update didn't really sneak up on us, but you still might have been lollygagging or not really been prepared, and now you're like, oh shoot, I need a lot of money. Well, I would say the easiest thing you could do other than buying a shark card, and I would recommend you not do them through the Sony, Rockstar, and Microsoft platforms, and I would certainly do them if you're only getting a bonus. I get mine through G2A, which I talked about at the beginning of this video. They're usually a little bit cheaper. But if you don't want to opt for the shark card route, one quick way in which you can pretty much get instant money, and because there's a lot of vehicles in this update, you're going to make room in your garage, sell vehicles. So I would start this now since we're about 48 hours away from the update arriving, because you are limited on how many vehicles you can sell per day. Sell your cars. Supercars that might not be the top dog anymore. Old lowriders that you might not take out anymore. You know, weird and wacky vehicles that you thought were cool but are no longer interested in them. Sell them. You can make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars just by selling your old vehicles. And like I said, at the same rate, you're going to clear out that very valuable garage space for the 10 new vehicles that are going to be arriving on day one. So that is going to be very, very important as far as getting instant quick money. Now, another thing I can recommend is when the new content does arrive, don't necessarily feel like you have to buy everything at once. So utilize your friends, utilize your crew members. Maybe you buy one vehicle and your friend buys another, and you're able to test them out. Or you can just simply use the test track service in-game. But we don't know if that's going to include all the new vehicles. So if you are like on the fence about a car and your friend has it, ask them to borrow it and say, do I like this? Do I want to add this to my inventory before you shell out the money? You don't have to buy everything at once just because it is brand new. So don't get like that new sticker shock and just go like buy, 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 buy. You know, pace yourself here, play with your friends, play with other crew members so that you can sort of share the load in terms of the cost. Because a lot of this, especially the vehicles, are bound to be pretty expensive. And as always, I will be buying all the new content. I'll be telling you what you should be aware of and the things you should look forward to, stay away from. If this is a good vehicle, if that's a bad vehicle, all of that will be happening on release day when the update does arrive. So stay tuned to my channel for that. Now, some last minute details from Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds 2 as well. Just a few little tidbits here before the update does arrive. Someone ended up asking him, do you think we'll get new arcade cabinets? He said, no idea, but we do have that cut Manhunt arcade machine. That's apparently a skin of Badlands Revenge 2 machine. I assume it will be Halloween themed. And that's right, since this update is releasing in July, I mean, Halloween technically isn't that far away and would very much likely be the next holiday that we celebrate in GTA Online. So it would not be shocking if we are going to have some Halloween content added, and a Manhunt arcade machine, which is a Rockstar title, would make perfect sense as far as that goes. And then there was one part of the newswire that I think a lot of players were confused on, and that maybe had something to do with the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions of the game. How is that going to work with this update? And so someone was basically arguing if PlayStation 5 and PS4 and Xbox One and Xbox Series X players will be able to play together. And Tez Funds 2 said this: I don't think PS5 and Xbox Series X and X players would have the ability to play with the PS4 and Xbox One guys. Pretty sure Rockstar will separate the two generations, which is why they are planning to do character transfer. So that's exciting. It's going to be cool to see character transfer come back. But they did talk about that, you know, the new vehicles are going to get new modifications and upgrades on these current gen systems that the old ones just simply won't have. And so because of that, you're going to have an unfair advantage to those PS5 and Xbox Series X guys. So it's very likely they will not be playing together. Just something to think about and consider right there. But anyways, that is all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Sort of your pre-release launch info that you need to know about. Let me know what you guys think about this update in the comments down below. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Somewhere in between. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Los Santos Tuner DLC videos that I'll be doing here on my channel once the update launches. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.